Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today is just another fun day of crafting videos, so let's quit waiting and let's just get to crafting. Okay, DIY number 1. So I have this 6-inch wood round that came from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to paint it with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White. And then that tag sign I did get from Amazon. I'm going to go over one side of it with my antique wax and then the other side with my Snow White paint, because that wood is so thin that if you only go paint one side of it, it will curl up on you. So I had to do both sides. So once it was all dry, I took the white side of the tag sign and I'm just going to cover it with my Mod Podge. And I'm just going to brush it all on, and then I'm going to do one side of the wood round with that Mod Podge as well, and then just let it dry. And once it was all dry, I took this adorable napkin I got several years ago from decoupagenapkin.com. I just love it, and I'm going to add it onto my wood round. I'm going to cover it with my parchment paper to protect that napkin, and then I'm going to go over it with my heat press, and that just reactivates that Mod Podge so your napkin sticks. If you don't have a heat press, you can use an iron. You just don't want it to have any steam. So after that, I took this paper that Kathy Jo sent me. She went to a yard sale earlier this year and found a whole bunch of Christmas papers. So she sent me some, and I'm just feeling where the edge of that tag sign is, and I'm just using my fingernails to kind of crease it, and then I'm going to go along that crease with my paper cutter there. And then I'm going to do the same kind of thing. I have another piece of paper here that matches. I'm going to just match up the lines of the paper so that it looks uniform. I'm going to put a little snip right there so I know where to cut it, and then I'm going to cut that one out as well. Once I had it all cut out, I'm going to do the same thing with it as I did with my little wood round, using my parchment paper and my heat press. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make sure that this paper is lined up perfectly, that there's no gaps. As you can see, I'm just keep kind of playing with it just to make sure it's lined up perfectly, hold it in place. And then I'm going to go over it again with my parchment paper and my heat press. And then after that, I'm going to use a razor blade here because I can't find the blades to my finger cutter. And I'm going to just trim off the excess. It's got to be, they've got to be around somewhere. But anyways, I am going to use my finger knife. It's not a cutter, it's a finger knife is what I call it. And I'm just going to cut out the paper around that hole. And then I'm going to take fan brush here and my Mod Podge, and I'm just going to brush it all along that paper just to give it a little bit of a protective coat. You probably really don't need to do it on paper, but it's very important to do it on a napkin, and so I'm going to do it on this because that napkin is so thin and easily rips. That's why you want to have that extra coating over it. So once it was dry, I took my finger sander here, and I'm just going to sand off all that extra napkin. And once that was all done, I'm going to use my Type Bond Quick and Thick Multi-Surface Glue. I'm going to go all the way around the back of it, and then I'm going to use some hot glue around the edge. And the only reason why I do the hot glue is just so that I can continue working. But really, this Type Bond glue sets up within about 5 minutes. And the Type Bond glue is a permanent hold. The hot glue is for immediate hold. Then after I had that glued onto my tag sign, I'm just going to use some of this fuzzy yarn I got from, I've had in my stash forever, but it did come in from Hobby Lobby. I use it for knitting actually. And then I'm just going to hot glue it around my wood round. I just love how this gives it that kind of a snowy, cozy feel. And I just love using this for winter DIYs. Then I have these snowflakes that I got recently from Amazon. There's 3 different sizes here. And I'm just going to glue 3 on the top, and then I ended up gluing, using my hot glue there to glue 3 on the bottom as well, just like you see. And oh my goodness, you guys, I just absolutely love how this came out. But I felt like it needed something a little bit more, so I decided to go ahead and take some more of that fuzzy yarn and go all the way around the tag side. And this just kicked it up a notch. I couldn't believe it. After I got that on, I'm like, this is just like perfect. Anyways, I absolutely love how this came out. I just think it looks so sweet and wintry and rustic, and yeah. Anyways, all the vibes I was feeling. I'm going to take some of these pieces from a Hobby Lobby candle wreath ring that I love to buy those, especially after Christmas when they're on sale. And I did get some this year at 60% off. If I would have waited a day, I could have got them at 80% off, but that's okay. It was still a good price. I glued them on and added a snowflake in the middle, and then I'm just going to take some more of that fluffy yarn and make a hanger. I'm just going to tie a knot on the end and then glue that knot to the back so it's not moving around. And that's all I did for this one. I absolutely love how this came out. I think it's simply adorable. I hope you do too. Let me know in the comment box below. I hope you enjoyed that last craft that I just did. I hope you guys are having a good first of 2026. This is always a time of year for me where I'm a little on the downside. I don't get really depressed. I just get kind of sad. I miss the lights, and I know a lot of you guys say keep your stuff up. Um, I just I can't keep my stuff up. But I do miss all the lights and the decor and everything that's so pretty. I am trying to keep a few lights here and a few lights there to kind of help transition into the boring winter. I know if you've been around for a while, you know I'm not a fan of winter. I know a lot of you guys say, oh, you love winter and stuff, and that's great. I'm glad you love it. You can love it for me. I would be happy if we went from Christmas right into spring. Although I have to say, this has been a weird year. Our Christmas day temperature was 80 degrees. It's not usually like that. At least the 5 years that we've lived here, it's never been like that. It's usually colder. And it was really it was really strange. So we're having a very weird, warmer than usual year. And so who knows, maybe spring will be right around the corner. I just hope we have a mild spring without tornadoes, because we're getting to that time of year again, only a couple more months away. And yeah, I try not to worry about it too much, but it's always in the back of your mind when you know there's a storm coming. Oh, is it going to be a tornado? But anyways, I just always say, okay, God, I'm going to trust you for whatever you bring. You will bring us through, right? Anyways, so I'm just going to quit chit-chatting, but I want to welcome you if you are new here. My name is Brenda, and this is my sweet, spoiled Oliver, and we are so glad you are here with us today. And if you are somebody who loves home decor on a budget, I would love it if you hit that red subscribe button before you go. Become part of our YouTube channel. And then for all of you guys returning, you guys know the drill. Make sure you give me that thumbs up, comment, hype, share this video, and make sure you check and make sure you're still subscribed. Over Christmas, I kept going up one, coming down one, up a few, coming down one. So I always wonder when that happens, okay, is YouTube doing their thing again, unsubscribing you? So make sure that you're still subscribed, because you got to do that every once in a while. You just never know what happens. So again, though, I do appreciate all of you guys that come back every video and watch and comment and do all that stuff. You guys mean the world to me. So with all of that, let's quit chit-chatting and let's get on with the video. Okay, DIY number 2. So I have some wood square dowels that Kathy Jo had sent me, but I have bought some from Amazon as well. And I'm just going to cut them down so we have 3 different sizes. I think they were about 2.5 inches off from each other. I'm going to use my miter shears to just cut them down, and then I'm going to go over them with my Waverly Antique Wax, and then I'm going to take 3 snowflakes. 2 of them are from Dollar Tree, the bigger ones from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to paint them with my Snow White by Waverly. After they're dry, I'm going to take my Type Bond quick and thick multi-surface glue, and I'm going to just put it along the one side of the wood dowel. I'm going to glue that to the back of my snowflake, making sure it was going right down the middle. And then, because I wanted to continue working and not want to wait for it to sit, I went ahead and just put a bead of hot glue along the edge just to give it some extra sturdiness. And I'm going to do that with all 3 of my snowflakes. I'm just going to add the little wood pieces there to them, and then again add a little bit of hot glue. Then I have this, it's by Folk Art, I believe. It's called Extreme Glitter Paint, and this is in the color silver. I'm just going to paint it all around the front of my snowflakes. I just think it gives it a fun, shiny, shimmery look to the sunflake, or sunflake. Oh my goodness, snowflake. Then I have these spools from these wood spools. I think I got these from Amazon. I'm going to go over them with my Waverly Antique Wax. I'm just going to brush it all on and then wipe off the excess. You can get them at Hobby Lobby as well. Then I have this wood piece from Dollar Tree, and the hanger is stapled in, so I'm just using my little pick to pick those staples right out and remove that hanger. And then I'm going to take my Tite Bond glue and some hot glue and glue these spools on top of my wood piece. And then this one, the hole was a little bit bigger, so I just added some hot glue to the bottom of that stick so that it would stand. And then I'm going to add my Tite Bond glue and wood glue, or hot glue, and glue the rest of those. But the dowels fit in really good, so I just wanted to give it some extra strength by adding a little hot glue around where they went into those spools. Then I'm going to take some more of these wreath ring pieces, and I'm going to just hot glue them all around the base that we have there. And then I'm going to add some pine cones. I got these from a viewer. If I remember right, your name's Susan. I hope I got that right. But I'm going to take 4 little mini pine cones, and I'm going to go all the way around the top part of those spools. And then I'm going to take some more and go around my base here with the greenery. And that's all I did with this. I love it. I just feel like it's really rustic, and it's just a fun wintry piece. I hope you enjoy it as well. You will have to let me know in the comment box below. Okay, it is a time for celebration of your recreations. And we have Carissa. She made all these sweet pieces. She recreated my little tree and my birdhouses. I love them. I just think they're amazing. Thank you, Carissa. And then Liz, I love all of these. Liz, this is just wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. And your gnome is adorable. And then Debbie, I love your joy sign. It is so pretty, and that reindeer is adorable. Thank you so much for sharing that with me, ladies. And if you have something that you have created that you would like me to showcase for you, you can email me pictures to rusticandlacediy@gmail.com, or you can always send me pictures through my Instagram account or Facebook account. Okay. Big thank you to Kathy, who bought me 5 coffees right before Christmas. I truly appreciate it. And if you would like to donate money to me or my channel, you can send money through my Buy Me a Coffee account at buymeacoffee.com/rustic and lace. Okay, DIY number 3. So I have a 12 by 12 wood sign, and I'm going to paint it with Folk Art in the color Nutmeg. When I painted it, I did spritz my wood down with some water to just have it be a little more like a thick stain, really. Then I had this stencil in my stash. I've had it for years. I don't even remember when I bought it, but I bought it from Hobby Lobby. That's all I know. And I taped it to the front of my sign, and I'm just going to use my Snow White chalk paint by Waverly and a stencil brush. I'm just going to pounce it all on the wording, "Let It Snow." And then once it was dry, I took some strands of a Dollar Tree mop head, and I'm just going to glue it all in a circle on my board. Now, I wish I would have went down just a little bit more. I started a little too high up. I wasn't quite sure how big I was going to end up making this. So I kind of started up a little high. I wish I would have brought it down just a little bit more, but it's okay. It still looks great. But once I got to the end, I just added another strand and just continued until it was at the size that I wanted. And then I went up about 2.5 inches from the bottom round, and I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to continue going around until it comes to the size that I wanted, or until the two met, and I wanted to make sure that the bottom size was bigger than the top one. So after I had that all glued together, I had some buttons that I used a black marker to color on, and then I'm going to hot glue those down onto the body of my snowman. I took some half beads. Oh wait, I took this little plastic carrot nose that I got. It comes with 4 different shapes of noses for snowmen. I got them earlier, right before the Christmas season on Amazon. I'm just going to glue it in place, and then those were half beads that I used a marker on as well. I'm just going to glue those on to make his eyes as well as his mouth. And after I had those all hot glued on, I don't those glue strings, they drive me nuts. Anyways, I'm gonna make him a scarf using some of this fabric that I have. I got this from Hobby Lobby, and it's homespun because it's two-sided. I mean, it's got the same image on both sides. And I'm just gonna glue the ends inward to the middle, so that way we have very straight, clean ends on each, or edges, I should say. And then after I was done with that, I'm going to hot glue it around his neck, and I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue, put my fabric into that hot glue, and then go over to the other side. But I'm going to cut it down first before I glue it on, and then I'm just going to add a little dab of glue there and glue that material or fabric in place. Then I'm going to take the other piece of fabric that I cut off, I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm laying it out to make sure it's going to look okay, and then I'm just going to use my hot glue here to glue that in place as well to give him a cute little scarf. Now, I didn't make him a hat, I have to be honest. You guys, I only have 3 DIYs for you on this video because I was just not feeling winter anymore. I'm like, I'm really done with winter crafts, I think. So I only got 3 done for you. So I didn't give him a hat because I was just not feeling it. I was ready to be done. This was my last project. So as you can see, I measured where I wanted to put my hanger holes. I used my big mouth crocodile to do that. And I have that in my Amazon store, which the link is in the description box if you want to check that out. It's an amazing piece to have. And then I'm going to string some twine through my holes, tie knots on the back, and we have a hanger. Then I took some more of these snowflakes, and I'm just going to glue them all around the top. There's 3 different sizes, so just kind of took all 3 sizes and just put some here and there just to make it look a little random, and that's all I did with it. I think it came out really cute and rustic and fun, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. Oh, the final reveal is coming right up, so stay tuned for that. I will be back again on Monday for the Just Our Imagination Challenge. Oh my goodness, I love it, and wait till you see what I made. I'm in love with it. Anyways, so make sure you like, hype, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff before you go. And with all of that, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.